Hello world! WayofTime here, bringing to you another episode of Resonance Rises. So, a few things have happened in recent days. There were, well, a few updates. I believe we got the runic dust mod, so we're now able to have some of that stuff going in. See, you have some runic lexicon and etc. This will help us with some nice little spells. Now, I'm going to have to do some research with it because it's been a long time since I last checked out the mod. And, 9999 seeds, plus 64, of course. And we got some leather and beef. Where's the beef at? Okay, so now one thing, Liara said she left 6 magic energy converters for me, which is quite a lot, which is honestly a lot considering how much it actually costs to make that stuff. Now, one thing that someone mentioned was by throwing the inert cores on the ground and setting fire to them, I'll be able to have it go a bit better than what we were going before. That's a horrible explanation. Let me just hit it with lightning. And then I'm going to go throw an inert core in it and whack it with the wand. And now we got a bottled wither. So if we do it once more, ouch, and whack it again, we got 2 bottled withers. Bottled withers, withers away! So now we'll be able to fight a wither, or rather 2 withers. But what I think I'm going to do is do this in the mining age and throw a bunch of our junk away. We're going to want to go far off. Anything that I absolutely... I'll have this as a backup just in case. And I'll only want one of these on my bar when I am to do this. Now, let's see. How's our stuff going? This has protection on it, so I'm going to go with the protection 4 on it, even though the goggles are revealing. They may break, but this is going to be a bit difficult. I don't know which passage this is, but I like it. So, I'm starting to get used to this map. Actually, it seems like it's going to be, well, a worthy addition. If you look, it has so much stunning detail compared to the other maps. Now, I'm surprised I've been knocking it so vigorously, but just looking at it now, it seems like it's a worthwhile addition to the mod pack, and I'm going to give it A+ in my books. Okay, so here we have one of our lovely little glory holes. So let's go into here. And we have a few chickens. Okay. Bam! Okay, let's attack it. We're going to need to attack it as much as we can. Hopefully get a little fun going. Oh my gosh. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. I need food. I need food. Haha. Can you wait for a second? I need a lunch break. No? Oh, crud. Good thing that the quarry is gone. Now that I think of it, I need to bring him down a bit. Come on. Come on. You want to come down here? Come on. Okay, now my dog's barking, and this is going very well. In fact... throw you down. Okay, apparently I can't throw him down. You can't throw down, so let's just throw down. Okay, you're dead. Now, where did it go? Okay, Geronimo. Where did that nether star go? Oh, where did that nether star go? Oh, where is it now? I found a nether star with me now. I found it because I kick butt. Bum. Bum, ba, da, 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 ba. Shall we do another one? Because that was actually quite fun, although kind of escaped us a bit. Now, an interesting thing. Let's press the M button. We can actually see a large bit of the map. And this is, you know, I gotta say, I knocked this map before. I knocked this mini-map really hard because I thought it was useless, thought it was too much of a problem, but come on, tell me that doesn't look good. We'll be able to find quarry sites and other things with this map that we weren't able to find. For instance, we can find, well, we can attempt to find oil. That looks like oils, and I don't think I've actually saw that. There's an altar over there, and it might indeed or might not link with other maps on the server. I don't know that part. Oh, hello. How do you reduce in size? Oh, I don't know. Okay, followed with a ho. Can I? Yes, I can. And it seems for some reason the life drain on this has disappeared. I'm not too sure what the reasoning is for that, but it's not like it matters. Okay, Pale Lance, lance him, lance him. Hey, look guys, I'm Lance Armstrong. Don't worry, don't have any drugs in my system though. Well, I didn't bring any potions. I don't even know why I didn't bring any potions. So, ha, 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 ha. This is a lot easier when you're able to fly and... Oh, a heart container? Left, right. Left, right. Let's go left first, then we'll go right. It'll show what's all right in the world. Okay, obviously it was the right. And here we got a heart container, as well as another nether star. And it's miniature. Low health hot container thing. Okay, so now we have 2 extra nether stars that we can use. Probably beacon things up a bit. Let's see. Let's see the usage of the nether star, please. Thank you. Beacon, ancient staff topper, no clue. We can make more nether stars, great. That's with the Tome of the Alcahest. We can also make a witherless rose, though that takes a bit of time. A magnet glove, blah blah blah, miniature black hole, and some other painful recipes. Ancient staff, and we can make Alcahest, etc., etc. The holy planks of Sengir. I should definitely make those sometimes. And in a magic energy converter, we got... Ooh, that's new. We got a new NEI thing that allows us to see infusion altar stuff. I'm guessing having Uber armor really undercomplicates things, but what's nice is the fact that I don't actually have to use those boring gravity gun methods for all of my nether stars. So that is a plus. Okay, let's F7 this. Huh. What does the red indicate? There's red and there's yellow. I don't really see any difference in the two. Chunk loaded and unchunk loaded? No, there would be no... That's a possibility, I suppose, though that doesn't make much sense in the grand scheme of things. Okay, let's get this lit up, though these mage lights probably won't matter once we get the stuff going. But we might as well get the invaders of this lost up. That was the wrong button, Way. That was the wrong button, and now I don't have any energy whatsoever. Great. Great, terrific. Let's warp back to base, and then, like a moron, go back to base, and see if we can rectify this. Why did I just use 7 League Stride randomly like that? Okay, now that this stuff is mainly good, let's F7 this again, see if there's any issues. Only here and here. Okay, so get away. I said get away. You're supposed to get away when I say get away. Oh, you want some? Come get me. Come get me, Enderman. Okay. Now that that is over, let's move onward. So what I'm... So, don't mind that. So what I'm thinking of doing is making something, I might have mentioned this last episode, but make something called the Glowstone curtain of protection. The of protection isn't necessary to the function, but you might get the idea. If you look on the minimap, let's turn that light function off. If you look at the minimap, my structure is planning to be octagonal in form. However, there's not going to be any lights, and there's no protection of the front door. So what I'm thinking is maybe make a ceremonious protection by using energized glowstone in a bucket and just making a huge wall of glowstone going up. Now, I want to make this a bit more classy. I want to be able to do a few things. I want to be able to A, use a single bucket of the stuff for my functions, and B, probably the most important of them all, is be able to have a switch, one lever precisely, be able to turn on and off this feature. So that's going to include a lot of things. For one, I need to carve out a perimeter around the area so that I'll be able to do all this. Let's go on to here. And that'll require a bit of manual labor, though it's not stuff that we need to really worry about. But the main thing we do need to worry about, however, is the one bucket function. We're going to have to check. Let's use this. Okay, this is the exact center. Let's turn those lights off. And this is the exact center of the structure. Let's replace these 4 blocks to indicate that this is the center. That means we're going to want to place the glowstone bucket somewhere in the center. And if we were to be conservative, we'd place it like here. So then we need to have it spread outwards a certain amount. Now, I'm not actually sure on its complete spreading pattern, so I'm going to actually do a test with that right now. So that's going to... So you probably know this, that buckets, when you place them on the ground, in fact we have a water bucket we'll be able to pantomime this with, they spread out in a pattern and just spread all of its goodiness to everything. And this also happens with lava and a bunch of other blocks. However, glowstone is the only liquid currently that is able to do this upwards. So we need to kind of invert our thinking and have it flow upwards. So let's go like that. Exact center, I need to put... Okay, so this way and this way is the exact center here. Okay, so let's put some andesite to show that the exact center that we put our bucket is here. And let's see how this flows outwards. Okay, there. It flows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buckets, then stops. Sorry, blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what we need to do is have it only each successive platform only 4. So what do I mean by that? Let's demonstrate that quickly. We're going to need to get these oreberry bushes out and take each of these out. All of the corner parts that ring it, that make it 5. Instead, we'll put it as a 4 and maybe have a bit more fun time with that. Now, I was thinking about that wither fight, and I'm thinking it's a lot more fun to use that method instead of just doing the gravity gun method, because frankly, if you can keep the withers in their hole, everything is nice. So let's see how this flows out. It flows out, then it goes outwards, and then it all rings the entire thing. This is pretty much how I want my structure to look like when it's actually going. Now, obviously, it's not going to pool on some sort of grand roof, unless you want to think of it as the grand roof of the heavens. Ooh, Heaven's Door. That's a very ritzy name, though maybe a little too ritzy for my taste. Let's place this down, and now we're going to need to raise this platform up slightly, and then we're going to need to do a similar thing again. And let's put, just in case, that so mobs don't spawn, and let's get this out. So now we're going to need to ring it another 4 blocks, we can then take our bucket, place it in the center, and once it starts flowing completely, we can then, well, you can probably figure it out. We can cover a greater area for a wall, and it still completely encloses it. And we also go farther and farther, closer to the edge, which hopefully, I didn't do the calculations actually. I should do the calculations for that. So I'm going to do continual rings, maybe help Red Boss with the coordinates of the Nether Hub, and then we'll get back to work, maybe doing, maybe actually putting some energy usage in this base. Okay, so let's put this on. Bam! And let's just look at the outside. And then once it starts curtaining up, we'll be able to see how it goes. I did an earlier test, but I had to stop it due to unforeseen circumstances, so I don't know how it looks outside. So it looks like the spread is good, even distribution and all that. Ooh, that's not good. Let's plug those holes now. Any other holes that we have to fill? No. It still seems to be spreading. And now it is out and going into the open. Okay, so that seems good. This seems good as well. And that seems good. Okay, so let's go outside and see. Ooh. I must say, it might not look the prettiest. That much is for sure. But it still looks quite interesting. Okay, let's get these out of the way. And we can see this in a sec. You have to admit, that kind of does look cool. Just a huge octagon of light reaching up into the sky. Huh, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Now, there's only one problem with this. The problem is that it only goes to level 120, which is a bit of a problem, unfortunately, because, well, this base is going to be a bit higher than that level eventually. We're going to have to see about improving that eventually, though I don't think I'm quite ready for that height. But what I'm thinking is that we'll have maybe some other liquid to go and meet it somehow. And, okay, so let's think about a few ways how we can shut this off. Maybe a dispenser? So I was thinking of a few complex ways to be able to shut this off. One of the ways could have been to have a huge piston setup that would retract whenever I wanted this to shut off at any given time. However, that's a lot of pistons and would probably require a bit of redstone logic and some other stuff that I don't know how much of a luxury I have for that. However, then I thought of one thing. Why not try a vanilla approach? So what I'm going to use is a dispenser that will dispense with the product and then just have a good day. Okay, so let's see. We want our lever here. This is going to be our testing lever. See? Flip, 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 flip. And we're going to want to get the bucket of the glowstone here. So what should happen is when we put this down, only one problem with that. Yeah, okay, so there needs to be a block directly over. Now we know that. And what we'll do is have the glowstone flow out, through, up, and here. So whenever this dispenser, which will have the energized glowstone in here, whenever it receives a redstone pulse through this lever, what it'll do is it'll either empty the bucket or refill the bucket. So let's see. Curtain is currently turning off. We might have to change a few things for the curtain, but that's another story entirely. Let's flip this, and the curtain will start to turn on. Once it goes through the proper channels, it'll go up, and then start to fill the place. Then, with another flip of this lever, we'll just turn that off, and then, easy as pie, it goes away. And that is pretty much all we need for this setup. A completely vanilla solution for filling this curtain. So it's actually been quite a long time since I last did bee breeding that I forgot that the beealizer I had way back when was actually in the freaking the AE storage disk that I had way back when. And it appears that the speed and jump boost that I got from the Glowstone is still around for some reason, which I have no idea why. Okay, so now that we have a new beealizer, let's throw in some stuff and get some bee breeding cracking in our base. Ooh, that kind of looked cool. Let's see. I think I'm getting a bit of lag. However, it might just be because I'm recording and I'm here first and it had to load it up. So I'm going to do some temporary bee breeding up here. It's not going to be the main area that I'm going to do the bee breeding because frankly it's probably going to need a more specialized features for everything, such as flowers. We need flowers. Let's see. Let's go by our curtain. Now the good thing, there are a few good things about the curtain. Let's see. I can either call it, angel's curtains or someone's drapes, or that might be taken the wrong way. So I think we'll shy away from your drapes, if you don't mind. And actually, let's kill that king slime, since we have nothing else to do other than bee breeds. Yeah, breed bees. And did we get anything useful? Heart container. Woot. The other stuff, honestly, I couldn't... Ooh, a chisel. Woohoo, I'm so rich now that I have a chisel. You have no idea how utterly sarcastic I'm being. There's that. So, for some reason, there's this new feature in the map, which it seems like what it does is it tracks your movements and leaves those blue arrow things there. I'm guessing that's what I can call them. Let's call them the leftover markers or something. Okay, insert. And we're going to need to get these rocky bees rockin'. And we'll put some oblivion frames in these. Now, I did some research, and apparently each time an oblivion frame is used, it actually uses 5 Vs from the aura. Now, thankfully, we have overcharged nodes, or rather ways to rapidly charge the nodes. So that is not something we're going to have to worry about, at least on that side of things. Ooh, my goggles took quite a bit of damage. Oh, and I forgot to install my redstone energy cell back in once I've recharged it. So we might as well do that. Plug. And get that going. So, I don't know if I actually showed you this, but let's get up to the top of the base. And what I want to make are ruby bees. Let's see, do we have everything? We might as well create a chest. And that's odd. Okay, the hitboxes are messed up for this. See? Bonk. Craft? Okay, did I craft it? Yes, I did. That's very odd. Okay, so let's not dwell on the past, but let's actually put that extra oblivion frame in there. So say I want to make some ruby bees. NEI now allows me to do that. Ta-da! Ruby bees, to make them, require emerald beers. Yes, we're going to need some emerald beer here. Yeah, it's St. Patrick's Day soon, and we're going to need emerald beer. Or are we just going to get an aisle or something? Oh, God. Anyways, so we need emerald bees, and we need lapis and noble bees. I suppose there might be some noble bees that I have left over, though I doubt it. I can always breed some more noble. We're going to need lapis bees, which require resilient, and water. So this new thing does allow it to be a lot easier for all of our bee breeding needs to get everything going. So let's take our rocky bees out and let's just show the awesomeness again. Kapow! Rocky, shorter, fast, slowest, rock, and all the other stuff. What we're also going to need though, with these, we're going to use these two as sacrificial bees, is we're going to need to get our diligent going. So let's see, we have unweary, and they're more or less unweary purebreds. But I'm probably going to want to make these a bit better. Is there a new stat? Nocturnal? Diurnal? Diurnal? I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly either. So, diurnal. Diurnal. I actually have no idea what diurnal means. I'm going to have to do some research about that. One moment. Okay, so while that bee stuff is getting worked out, by the way, diurnal actually means, and I asked Uis about this. Hey, let me throw. Diurnal actually means it's allowed to work in the day. So that is actually a new trait that was added in recently. So runic tomes apparently are currently uncraftable. I am not entirely sure why that is, but basically runic dust was added into the mod pack, and we're going to, well, I'm going to do a bit of testing with it because frankly, I want to have a little fun with it. So let's see, runic dust. We're going to need a runic lexicon, which is going to, well, we can't use those. I guess it's any sort of dust. So plant runic dust is supposedly the easiest thing to get. It needs leaves or cactus or seeds. And does it require coal? Does it need coal? It might need coal. Yeah, it needs coal. It needs coal. Okay, so let's get coal. And apparently there's some new hive bees added by Thaumic bees, which name turn to resonant bees, or magic bees rather. Oh gosh, why are you crazy, Cray-Z? I don't know. Okay, what am I doing? Ah, yes, I am getting seeds. This is a very, very, very seedy situation. And we're going to need to go up to the top and deposit these bees. Or at least, yeah, let's deposit these new sets of bees into here. And you're going to take a while, aren't you? Oh, well. Oh, well. In fact, we might as well get a crafting table up here so we can make everything that we need. Okay. Craft. Okay. Craft. Okay, coal, seeds, and let's get 2 stacks of this runic stuff. And we're also going to need gunpowder runes, lapis runes, and blaze runes, probably. And let's see if we can figure out how to do this from memory. The runic, I should probably do some explaining because, you know, I usually skip this part. Can these stack? No, they can't. And is this the right order? No, it isn't. That's odd. That's very odd. One moment. Ah! Here we go. Okay, so sneak right-click allows us to check the runes and the inscriptions. So let's check the inscriptions. And that's a bunch of jibbly-gook. So let's check all of the runes. So blah blah blah. Okay, so this is a sacrifice rune, and we got a bunch of different runes. And right click allows us to go back, and left clicks allows us to do other things. Okay, so let's see. Sacrifice, none, normal torch spawn. So this is a torch rune. And let us go and get this stuff going. Actually, let's read a bit more. So flint beacon rune. 1 times flint. Okay, so if we sacrifice a flint, we get a beacon rune. But first, let's do a normal rune. So for this, we need to take a block and just right-click on the block with the dust, and we get to place it. And it's a 4x4 area, but if we right-click with the tome, it turns red, activates, and then a torch appears. very slowly due to lag on the server. Now it's interesting, though probably not something that I'd normally use in, all the fun stuff. Let's get the torch out of the way. And it seems like I'm gonna wait and see if that effect actually continues. But it said that, right click, that I'm able to add a flint to it, and it has some sort of beacon effect. So let's grab one piece of flint. Flint, please. There you go, kind sir. Why, thank you. And let's put this spell book here. There's only one book allowed here at a time, apparently. Okay, so let's go and put the plant dust. Can you stop, Boots? It seems like that's constantly there, which is kind of cool, actually. Oops, I am putting it at the wrong block. So in the center of the block, good. There's our plant. Let's sacrifice one of these and right click. So it sacrificed the piece of flint. So the piece of flint is consumed, and now it has a beacon effect, which is basically just a big white pillar reaching into the top of the world. That's interesting, actually. Let's find a cave and see if that actually has the same effect. So let's go down here and go into here, see how much light this actually puts off, because this would be a nice stylistic effect to have around the base if it's like that. Okay, off we go. Beacon! Let there be beacon. Whew, that's kind of nice. And if we look at the top, it does... Okay, so this would actually be a good way to mark certain locations in the world if there was any need to. So let's destroy this dust. There we go. And now that effect is no longer in existence. And let's also destroy the effect over on this beacon, because honestly, we don't really need it. And there we go. So this is kind of adding a whole new realm of magic to the Minecraft experience. So let's check a few other things. Rune of the Rabbit Hole. It takes 2 hunger. Okay, so variables determine the volume of the den. Stepping on the rune will send you down. Standing directly below and crouching will send you back up. Okay. I'm just gonna read. Actually, I'm just gonna look at it. It's going to require 6, right? Oh, wait a second. If that does what I think it does, then this would be interesting. Okay, right click. Jump. Or wait, it takes a while to activate. And let's see. Let's go back a bit and rather take that off. Oh, that's chopping down. Bear. Bear? Bear, yes, sure. Creates a small hole beneath the rune and allows you to jump inside. Walk over the top will send you down to the next solid block. Go. Oh, dang, why was it damaging me? Why is there a torch there? Sneak? Oh, my goodness. Is that... Ha ha. Okay, it probably has a charge up time. But that's interesting. The fact that there's a torch there is probably not supposed to be there. So sneak. And that's interesting. We'll probably have to experiment with that rune later. And let's try another one. Heals any nearby entities' hearts with regeneration. Wait a second. Let's go back. It said there's a sacrifice to hunger. Okay. Anyways, let's go back. And this heals any nearby entities' hearts with regeneration, and it has variable stuff, but it requires 2 coal and 2 experience for this to work. And if we put it, this requires a lot of dust. Da da, da da, and it requires 2 coal and 4 experience. Right click. There we go. And supposedly it heals any nearby sources. And it'll do probably a constant regeneration buff. Here we go. So there's regeneration 2. And does it disappear or does it continually re-add itself? Okay, it disappears. So that's a one-time use rune. Actually, You know, it has been so long since I last used this mod that I kind of feel giddy doing this. It just feels like, ah, there's so much that I can add to this. Okay, chops down all trees within an area. Rune of Fire creates a flame that allows you to smelt items instantly. There is a small chance of getting double of what you throw in. Item must be thrown in one at a time or else they will burn. Sacrifice 8 logs and a zombie flash. Lasts a fourth of a day unless fueled. Probably has to throw in some other stuff for it to be constantly used, but that's interesting. Okay, Rune of Digging requires sacrifices as well. Here's a Rune of Heights. Creates a rideable pillar to the sky. When it reaches the top, you can destroy the top block to send it back down. Actually, let's check that. Okay, so requires iron ore. Huh! That's interesting. Though it does sound like it's laggy. Let's check this rune as the last one. It requires an iron ore for it to function. So let's grab one piece of iron ore and go outside and see how functional it is. Iron ore, iron ore. Da 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 da. And let's see. It seems like it's a 4-block thing. Huzzah! Okay, let's see. Might be 4 blocks, or it might just be my own stupidity. Yeah, it's 4 blocks. 4 blocks. 4 blocks. So 2 on the top, and then it goes like this. 2 on each side. It'll be very helpful if I learn of a method later on that will make it a lot quicker to make these. I know that there is a method that makes them a lot quicker. Oops. But for now, this will have to do. There we go. Okay, so now it needs 1 piece of iron ore. And you notice it is kind of sticking, so right click. And it'll create a pillar, supposedly. Da-da-da. Great. Oh, hello. Wait, was that all? Is that your magnificent pillar? Well, that was disappointing. I kind of wanted a pillar to stretch right into the sky, reaching as high as it can. But I guess it wasn't in the mood today. That is kind of disappointing. That is actually very disappointing. So, as you can tell, there's a lot of things that we're definitely going to want to have fun with this. And there's a bunch of different runes. Runes of the farm, runes of the leaping frog. Oh, rune of day. That'll be nice. 4 redstone, dust, and lapis lazuli. So this is something that I'll definitely... Oh, this is good, but requires gunpowder. I can actually... So if at any time I wish for it to be day, I can use this. Let's wait for the next nightfall to test this. Then I think we'll be ready for wrap-up time. Hi, ho, ya, shirwa, dunu, ho, ya, ha, hi, shirwa, terwa, ho, ya, ha, hi, dun, ho, ya, ha. Let there be light. Ha ha ha! Oh my goodness, that's just beautiful. Seeing the time go so swiftly and just turning into day. Oh, I love temporal control. I love it. Ha ha! Okay, so that is definitely the runic dust mod in a nutshell. It makes you so many good runes that we're definitely going to have to look at them in more depth later. I'm going to go and work on a bit of the bee stuff And hopefully you'll find me in a better place once we get that stuff going. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of Resonance Rises. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. WayofTime here, signing off. Have a wonderful day. Yay.